Welcome to our deep dive today. We're looking at a really interesting piece of poem called Mission.
That's right. It tackles this feeling of uh, confusion that seems so widespread now, offering a specifically Christian perspective on it.
Yeah, and it doesn't just identify the problem, it proposes a kind of mission, if you will, based on how we handle truth and interact with each other.
A mission rooted in love and respect is the way to cut through the noise.
Exactly. So our plan is simple. We'll hear the poem in full first, and then we'll unpack its message together.
Sounds good. Let's hear it.
Okay, here is Mission. Why is there so much confusion? What used to be a fact is now an illusion. So many mouths spewing pure delusion, perverting the truth with contempt and derision. How to set the kilter straight should be our discussion. With love and respect, we can stem the dissension. Together, we can do this if we make it our vision. To embrace the truth and reject the lies, yes, this ought to be our mission.
Wow, straight to the point, isn't it, that opening line?
Why is there so much confusion? Yeah, it grabs you immediately. It feels like such a relevant question well, for right now.
And then the immediate contrast fact turning into illusion. It sets up this sense of instability, doesn't it? Like the ground is shifting.
Definitely. And the poem is pretty direct about the cause, pinning it on so many mouths spewing pure delusion.
It is. It doesn't shy away from suggesting there's an active, almost deliberate spread of untruth happening. It's not just accidental error it's describing.
Right. The language is quite strong, perverting the truth, using contempt and derision. That paints a picture of hostility, not just disagreement.
It really emphasizes the manner in which falsehoods are apparently being spread, suggesting it's done with ill will.
So faced with that, what's the path forward according to the poem?
Well, it shifts focus. How to set the kilter straight should be our discussion. It calls for dialogue.
But not just any dialogue. It specifies, with love and respect, we can stem the dissension.
Exactly. That's crucial. The solution isn't presented as just finding the right information, but fundamentally changing how we engage with disagreement and with each other.
It's about the approach, the attitude we bring. Love and respect are positioned as the tools to fix things, to stop the division.
And it frames this as a collective effort, which I think is really important.
Together we can do this if we make it our vision. It calls for unity around this goal.
A shared commitment, yeah, leading to that final line. To embrace the truth and reject the lies, yes, this ought to be our mission. It really elevates this whole process.
So to sum it up, this poem, coming from that Christian viewpoint, diagnoses this widespread confusion as stemming from deliberate falsehood spread with contempt.
And it proposes a mission, really, a collective mission to seek truth and push back against lies, but specifically through dialogue marked by love and respect.
It's a call to action, but one focused as much on how we act as what we pursue.
Right. And for you listening, if you're feeling that confusion or looking for a clearer path, this poem offers a framework. It suggests purpose can be found in actively choosing truth and choosing respectful engagement.
It's quite a compelling perspective. If you found this exploration thought-provoking, please do subscribe and perhaps share this deep dive with others who you think might find some value in this discussion.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Reflect on the poem's core idea. How might actively trying to discern truth while making a conscious effort to engage respectfully actually help bring more clarity, not just for you, but maybe for everyone around you?